apparently doesn't know about this, but
What happened?
David Lynch died. Did you see? You didn't see that? Did you see that, Mikey?
Mikey, you know who that is?
Another president?
Yeah, I didn't
David
know. I
Lynch
didn't
was
know
the
either.
president, man.
He's a musician, right?
No, he was a director.
Oh.
David Lynch.
I didn't know that.
You don't. David Lynch. He was
No
Eraserhead, Twin Peaks, The Elephant
no
Man.
disrespect.
Never
He's not
seen
big
any
into
of those
movies,
three.
yeah.
Well, he was a genius. Let me just tell you right now. David
Okay.
Lynch was a genius.
Do you think his movies are better than the prequels or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the prequels are bad, so yeah, most everything is better than the prequels.
Well,
yeah,
depends
David
on
Lynch.
who you ask.
He was a
Depends on the IQ of the person too.
yeah. Like usually when you have an IQ that's in double digits, you'll think the prequels are better. When you have one
It's
above
actually
that,
flipped.
Wait, can we Google David Lynch?
Yeah,
Maybe I
They
know
show
a
some
picture of him.
movies.
yeah,
I've probably seen some movies. I just don't know
he's like an art house type director.
directors or anything.
Yeah, there's some photos of him.
Oh no. How'd he pass?
And then what
Well, he
movies?
was just old. I think he was. Well, I don't know for sure
Just
what
old.
was. I didn't see the reason. I think he.
Has to be
Why does
old
it take
age.
so long to find just? Yeah, here's
Dude,
just an article about his death.
ChatGPT is good for that. If you just need an answer,
Oh,
you just
yeah.
Google it.
Oh,
Google's like, let's read 20 minutes of something just to
Dude,
get an answer.
ChatGPT can come up with some wild
Well,
answers. I love it.
apparently in August he said he was suffering from emphysema, so it's possible something related to that.
Oh, I think that's rabies. Wait,
David, let me
What
just look up
movies has
David
he
Lynch
done?
cause of death.
Wait, rabies? What are you talking about?
the whatever the word is.
Emphysema?
Yeah.
Emphysema. Isn't that cancer related or
Yeah,
something?
I think so. I don't
And-
think he had rabies.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
a little far off.
what they're saying. Did someone just knock on the door?
I don't know.
That's really scary.
Check it out.
Oh, now I feel like
Mikey, check it out.
I'm scared.
I think that's David Lynch.
yeah, it might actually be if someone is. Okay, we're gonna. Sorry for the delay, real quick. There was someone actually at the door, and Mikey's talking to him.
I wonder if you could hear the knock in the audio. I wonder if
It
the
sounded
viewers
pretty loud,
could
so I
hear
feel
it.
like
Yeah,
probably, yeah.
maybe.
Well, yeah, it's okay. Mikey's dealing with that at the moment. But anyway, getting back to David Lynch. Yeah, he was a very prolific director, eraser. He was actually George Lucas's original choice to direct Return of the Jedi. Did you know that?
Really?
And he said no, which is kind of... First of all, it's kind of crazy because that was guaranteed money. But then also, the interesting thing is David Lynch, I don't know why you would choose him because his most recent big movie at that point was like The Elephant Man, I think, which was not in the same vein as Star Wars. Do you know that movie at all? I mean, you haven't
Yeah, I
seen,
know of it. I know the premise.
yeah, that was the weird thing is that was probably the most normal movie David Lynch ever made.
Did he give a reason why he didn't do Star Wars?
He just said he wasn't interested,
Oh.
which is kind of weird. But he did. He's a guy where I think he's done a lot of movies, but not everyone always knows the answers. I mean, not everyone always knows all the movies. Some people look at movies and he directed that. I didn't know. But he directed. Let me see if there's just any other movies that I know. Oh, he directed the original Dune. Did you know that?
Really?
But the 80s one. Have you ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
that
yeah.
movie? Yeah,
I've
he
seen
was
clips of it. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
he directed The Straight Story. Have you ever seen that?
No.
I've never seen it. I know of it though. It was a Disney movie actually, which is it was probably the cleanest movie he ever did, but it was also it's not like a kids movie, but it's because it mostly follows some guy, a true story of a guy who lost his driver's license but wants to go see his brother before he passes, so he gets on his tractor and drives from something like Illinois to Wisconsin or something to go see him. It was a pretty interesting movie. I've never seen it, but I've heard it's good. And it was also kind of weird because from what I understand, I didn't know he was sick because I thought he was. I guess I was wrong. I thought he was actively working on a new project or something, or maybe he was and he just passed away. But yeah, it's a sad.
What was your favorite movie by David Lynch?
Probably The Elephant Man. That was a very good movie.
Yeah.
Seen it several times.
Several times.
Yeah, no, it's a really sad movie, especially because it's based on a true story. But yeah, good movie, The Elephant Man. And you haven't seen any of his movies though?
No.
No.
Not one. The one that
Yeah.
you've described. I probably have seen one.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll watch some of them. I don't know. It's not a movie you want to. His movies aren't those you watch with a group of people because they're kind of sad a lot of the time. But yeah, it was really sad to see that he passed. And also, another thing people know him for, he had a YouTube channel actually, and this just proves he was a crazy guy, but he was awesome. You know, he posted the weather every day, what the weather would be in California.
Like, what was it? Him talking?
Yeah, it was just him filming himself with the camera. He said, "Good morning. This is Thursday, January 16th,
That's awesome.
2025." And he did that every day. I mean, he stopped after a while, and he didn't give a reason, but he did that for a long time. And he also would put every day a video of, he said what the number of the day is, where he just go in one of those bingo, like ball roller things.
Yeah.
And he pull out a number. He said, the number is 13. And he would show it to the camera. And he did that every day. It was kind of weird because the guy who made movies that were like the hardest to understand because they were so experimental and artistic and all that, that guy, his YouTube channel was just him just pulling, like, telling you what the weather would be and pulling out numbers from a ball.
That sounds fitting.
And let me pull up. I want to watch one of his weather report videos because I was subscribed to his YouTube channel.
I got to see this.
Yeah, David Lynch.
I bet the comments they're all talking about today.
Yeah. Let me pull up one of his Friday ones because he would do this funny thing on Friday where he'd go, and if you can believe it, it's a Friday once again. Let me pull it. Yeah, let me pull this one up.
Good morning. It's December 16, 2022.
Got some shades on. The
and
camera's
if
going
you
crazy.
Yep.
Can believe it. It's a Friday once again.
That's what he would do. Yeah.
I gotta
now-
sample this for the next intro.
And I think all the comments are pretty rest in. Yeah, I commented saying rest in peace on this one.
Oh, you did?
I mean, not that
today.
he personally, not that he knew who I was at all or
Yeah.
would have cared, but it's nice to see. I think this was the last one he did also by coincidence. But yeah, it got crazier as time went on where he'd just go, and if you can believe it, it's a Friday.
He kept
once
one
again."
imping. Yeah.
He loved his Fridays, man. Yeah. He was a true normal. I like how the shades, you can see how it's reflecting. He's just filming on his iPhone.
Yeah. Shades are great.
And I like how his YouTube channel it wasn't just David Lynch, it was all caps David Lynch Theater, and it was for some reason classified as a music channel. So that just showed he was a cool guy, a very very unique guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, rest in peace to him. Sorry, he did a lot of great movies, very influential, and the world will miss him.
Yeah. Seems like a great artist.
Yeah. 78 years. He did live a long life though, so that's if that's of any consolation too.
How old was he?
78. He was going to turn 79 soon.
Oh wow.
So, yeah, he lived a long. But yeah, before we go to the next bit, though, I do I'll tell you what, Mikey is still out there. I'm just gonna play the song.
Yeah.
Oh, never
he's
mind.
coming back in.
He's back. Just
Here, do
one
the
moment.
song,
I'm gonna
do
play
the
the
song.
song.
You are.
All right, we're back now. Sorry about that. I guess a guy was looking to play some music on the air.
Yeah, we got to get him on.
Yeah, no.
Mikey had to rough him up a bit. He was trying to get into the studio. Mikey put him down.
You know,
Mikey
back in
had
high
to-
school, they used to call me security guard Mike.
Is that true?
No, complete lie. Made that up 10 seconds.
Well, that's. I mean, I would believe it because you're what, like 6'9" or
Your
something. Yeah.
moccasins off
I'm
my
sorry.
wire, dude.
Well, anyway, if we'll leave the whole music discussion. to
Dad, he's
someone.
yelling at me again.
I would love to bring him in, take a listen to his
Some
music,
guy
and
who
I'll
knocks
interview
on the door
him.
wants to play music. You know, that sounds
Yeah.
like a great guest. All right, well, yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll get him on.
Did he didn't mention at all the genre.
No, I was so nervous to talk to him
What-
in person.
What if he asked, "Can I play you my mixtape?" And then he
Yeah, I'm
puts the
just so
record down
curious.
and it's this.
What? Well, this would be great. What if he just pulled up with Suno AI, like a dozen Suno AI tracks? Like, I made these. Josiah, would you call him out?
I would ask, "Is this Suno AI?"
And he goes, yeah, I made these though. I made the prompts.
Yeah. Well, that's not. Well, I mean, we play plenty of AI songs, so I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I have
Yeah.
to. I would have
But
to
he's
say,
claiming it's his. Like, I made this.
Oh well, then I have to say, I think he didn't. But
You shut him down?
well, because you didn't. AI music doesn't make you an artist if you can make AI
Well,
music.
that's your opinion. Honestly,
Okay.
art is going to get to the point where it's just prompts. You realize that.
And that's very
Josiah.
unfortunate.
Why is that unfortunate?
No,
That's-
us
You want
as
to
a
get to the
human
point where
race
you
would
can
not let that
generate
happen.
art, someone's point of
That's not
view on
true.
the world with a push of a button. You want to
Dude.
get to that point?
Yes, because then anybody can create, like, oh, generate me a Scorsese movie right now.
Yeah.
Boom.
And
Dude,
you
I
ever
don't
see
think we would
You ever see The
get to
Incredibles?
that point.
Yes, we are.
You remember
It's
The
probably
Incredibles?
next 10 years, Mikey.
What do
If we get
famous
to that
quote,
point,
when
that's pretty
everyone's
sad.
when everyone's a hero, no one will be. Remember that quote? That's reality, man.
Wow, that
I
was
think
deep.
it's going to be great to be able to just sit down in our living room and go, okay, what should I watch? I want to watch, generate me a romance movie. And it's like just as good, if not better, than if a human made it. It's going to get to that point.
No, it will get to that point.
Mikey doesn't
I'm
believe
against
it'll get to that point.
I'm against
I just
that.
think us as a human race would not let it get to that.
Why not?
Because
I-
we want emotion, we want backstory, we want love.
I'll tell you, if it gets to that point, I'm going to boycott
AI
those
can't do
movies.
that.
Because you want to see a movie for art, for
Yeah.
someone's take on how they see things. It's
For somebody's take on, if the sequels are better than the prequels.
Okay, hot take.
yeah, sure.
That maybe have something to do with it, but I don't really watch movies for that. I watch movies because I like watching movie. It's entertaining.
So you watch movies, you like to see flashy colors. and,
Yeah, I don't think about like, oh, this isn't like when I'm watching Revenge of the Sith, I'm like, man, this is a beautiful expression of the director's view on the war. Like I'm not thinking about it. I'm just like, this is
You're
awesome.
right.
Some movies,
because when you
though-
watch Revenge of the Sith,
Okay, I knew you
you're
were
not
gonna say
thinking.
something about Revenge of the Sith.
What do you mean? It's not, I was
Okay,
gonna,
when
you're the
I
one who
when I
brought it up.
watch whatever Killers of the Flower Moon, I just like the story. I like,
Well, yeah, but like
and
you
I
want to
think
see it.
I'm probably the mass consumer. That is where this money's gonna go.
So when
to.
you watch Good Will Hunting, you're just like,
I like the movie
yeah, but why did you like the movie?
because it's entertaining.
But
It's not your fault, Jack.
But it's it's
not
not
your
like
fault.
it's
AI
this is a
can't do
beautiful
that.
way.
Yeah.
AI can totally
AI
generate
cannot
that.
recapture the brilliance of Robin Williams.
AI can generate a good story right now, probably better than any of us if we just asked it.
Well, yeah,
to
we're
on
not
a
talented.
good
ChatGPT.
story.
Yeah.
A story about what?
Anything you want. That's the problem.
I don't know, man. Those songs were pretty good.
Yeah, I know
bad.
Here's the thing: the
Well,
songs.
you could make a jazz song like Suno AI right now.
Well, here's the thing. What kind of freaks me out is you listen to Steal or Not to Steal. That is probably as good, if not better, than most songs out there.
Just
Right now.
see, this is my point.
And that's the problem. That
This is
scares
my-
me.
I don't think it's a problem. It's going to be amazing.
I was
dude.
listening to that. I didn't mention this on the show, but the first time I listened to that song, my reaction was, I mean, this is a bit disturbing that AI can produce a piece of art this high quality. I didn't think of it that coherently, but that is what I thought. I was a bit disturbed when I first heard it. How you could have played this in like a 1700s orchestra and people would have no doubts about it.
Dude, okay, but just imagine what it means for video games, guys. We're going to be able to generate unique video games just for ourselves.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's somewhat different.
Yeah, that's okay because that's not really emotion.
How's
But
that
in terms of
different?
song, dude, you ever hear a song like Bohemian Rhapsody and it's like 6 minutes of golden?
Yeah, it's
Eggs.
going to get to a point where AI is going to
But
make
here's the
songs
thing, we
just
all
as
agree
good.
AI will get to that. I think we all agree AI will one day
Mikey
get to
is
that point. But the problem is,
saying,
should
no,
it?
we're gonna
Well, I'm
rebel.
saying AI could get to that point, and it probably is going to do it fast, like the 10 years or even 7-year or 5-year
5
mark.
years, probably.
But I just don't think us as a human race would let. I think eventually we would revolt back to be like, no, we don't want
Interesting.
that.
I would like to think so. I would like to think so.
I don't think there's going to be so much money in generation.
Well, yeah, because big studios are going to just start generating movies for free because it costs literally nothing. And
Well,
they're
no.
gonna make-
No. The consumers are going to start generating movies for free
I know, but
and
it's gonna-
buying the software.
But I think it's going to start with because corporations will have the money to get that first. They'll get that
Yeah, yeah.
AI at first when it becomes a thing.
Maybe,
will be
yeah.
mostly available to them, and then they'll start making those movies first, and then normal people will figure out how to do it, and that's when it'll start being us normal people just start generating movies.
Maybe. But seeing how AI is going about nowadays, consumers are pretty close to the forefront in terms of generative AI.
Yeah, but I feel like
I don't
stuff.
think companies will get it first.
Well, I feel like because this kind of AI was very advanced. It's something that will happen in the future most likely. But right now we don't have technology to access it. So I feel like they'll just pay the people who make the AI enough money.
You think
to
they'll
just give it to
invest
them
and
first.
they'll get it
Yeah.
first? Okay.
Because really, right now, AI doesn't have that much of a. I mean, people would disagree with me. It doesn't have that much of a benefit to film studios and stuff. Because
yeah, it does. That's what all the writer strikes were about. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, but
it's about AI mainly.
Well, I guess yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it's not like they can generate a full episode TV script on par with a human-made one right now. I don't think they could right now because when you ask AI to tell a joke, it's bad. You know, AI can't write good comedy yet, which is the one thing that is saving my ass right now. But that's the problem. That's not going to last forever. You know, eventually they'll figure out how to do it.
I don't know, man. You get a human being to write season 7 of a TV show, it gets pretty bad after that.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. I mean, when shows go downhill, maybe an AI could.
AI probably right now. I pull out ChatGPT. It could create a better final season of Game of Thrones right now than,
I've never
what
seen
it
Game of
was.
Thrones.
Yeah,
so
I
I
never
don't know.
seen it.
Oh.
They could write a better final episode of Seinfeld than what we actually got.
Family Guy.
You guys ever watch the last episode of Lost?
No,
I never watched.
I
any
didn't get that
episode.
far.
What was the? I mean, Lost is old enough now that it doesn't matter. So just tell me what was the big? What was the reveal of everything?
Isn't it
That's the thing.
aliens?
People Lost. They say that the series finale of Lost is probably one of the most confusing series finales ever in TV shows.
What happens?
Well, I was too little to really remember it, but like people say, like, are they in heaven? Are they dead? Are they alive? Like that's the thing. Like no one knows.
That's
what
kind of
really
cool though. I
happens.
like that.
You know what? You know another show that had a really infamously bad ending, or very controversial ending. The Sopranos. Did you ever see that?
Oh
The
guys-
Sopranos.
You guys know how The Sopranos ended?
no! Don't spoil it. I want to watch it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, fine. I was trying to think of a way because it's not really what happens at the end, but it's more like the presentation of the ending. But okay, there's no way to say it without basically.
You know what has a really
spoiling it.
good ending though?
What?
Revenge of the Sith.
Well, yeah, it does have a good ending because the ending is just, hey, remember all the stuff from the good Star Wars movies? I'm serious. I don't like Revenge of the Sith, but I like the
I
ending.
actually don't because I fell asleep watching them.
You fell asleep watching the Revenge of the Sith?
You're what you just said.
Okay.
So.
I mean, if you're like a baby or a toddler who likes watching things flash on the screen and blow up, then all right, the prequels are for you, I guess. If you like
Yeah,
actual
turn on the
characters and story.
first ever Star Wars and try and get immersed.
No, the first Star Wars was good. It had boring parts too, but the first Star Wars was good.
I've fallen asleep to it twice. I'm not joking. I've put it on.
Well, it's because
out.
you have attention deficit
That's
disorder.
not
or something.
true. I can sit through good movies.
Star
Like
Wars, the
Revenge of the
original
Sith.
Star Wars was the worst of the three, but it was still a good movie. Come on. It had boring parts. It did have boring.
I think it was
Every Star Wars
groundbreaking.
is a good
Yeah,
movie.
I think it was
It's just-
not
groundbreaking. I
every
think it was
Star Wars.
good.
The majority of Star Wars
Okay.
movies are not good movies.
I disagree.
We got the prequels and then the two and the last two that we got. Those were not good movies.
And Force Awakens was good.
Yeah, Force Awakens was good and the originals were good. Those are the only good
And
ones.
the prequels.
The prequels were not good.
Phantom
We've been
Menace.
over this.
Okay, yeah, now we're spending
Yeah,
like
let's not go deep diving into Star Wars again.
Look,
I'm
I can
just
see
saying,
his hands are already starting to clench.
the point is, I'm really trying not to this time. I'm trying not to. But the point is, AI taking over the world. No good. I'm not cool with that.
I don't think that'll happen. Because
It's
literally, we
possible.
just need to EMP the world, and then we're fine.
But I think it's very possible the world will be taken over by robots one day.
Electromagnetic pull, it shuts down all.
Have you not seen
technology.
The Terminator? Do you not understand how
I
it can
slept
happen?
through the Terminator.
I understand how it could happen, but
You slept through the Terminator?
Dude,
Which one?
I'm gonna say it. It's
Slept.
it's that Family Guy scene. I've never cared for the Terminator, but he said The Godfather. You ever seen that Family Guy scene?
Yeah, I've seen it, and he was wrong about both. Yeah, Terminator 1, Terminator 2,
Never seen
classic. Terminator 2 is just straight up one of the greatest movies of all time. All right, I'm surprised I forgot to mention that when we were talking about the greatest movies of all time. Terminator 2 is one of those movies where it just has something for everyone. You know, it has action. It has
that's just. There's no way. Something for
Does
everyone.
it have romance?
Yeah, does it
Okay,
have?
it doesn't have
Does
that.
it have romantic comedy? Could
No.
a 4-year-old watch it? A 4-year-old.
a 4-year-old
girl?
would be excited by the action. Terminator 2.
Depends on the 4-year-old.
Yeah, I don't know.
You
That's
watch
that's-
you sit through 3 hours of political dialogue and your ass fuses to the seat when you're watching the prequels and you still like them. Okay, you can sit through Terminator 2. All right.
I think
political
I would
dialogue.
maybe enjoy it, but that statement you just made, I guarantee
Terminator
that's not
2
true.
is good
There's a
for-
little
it's-
something for everyone.
Terminator 2 is
There's no way.
Terminator 2. Stop me if I shouldn't, but Terminator 2 is like 30 years old, so I'm gonna spoil it. Terminator 2 has the most beautiful ending of any action film of all time.
What happens?
The Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the T-800 finally, spoilers for a movie that came out like 35 years
Yeah,
ago.
you
But
can't.
he kills the T-1000. He stops the T-1000, which is trying to kill John Connor. He successfully destroys it, and he tells John, "There's one more ship, and it must be destroyed also," because he has to stop the Judgment Day, which is just days away at this point from happening. He has to stop AI from taking over the world, which is what Terminator is about. And the T-800 has been protecting John this whole movie, and he's the closest thing to a father figure he has. And John's crying. He's, "No, don't do it! Don't, please don't!" And he's like, "I'm sorry, John." And he says, "I know now why you cry, but it's something I could never do," because he's learning the whole movie about human emotions and how to become more human, even though he's a robot. And Sarah Connor, who 13 years ago killed her husband, the previous T-800 that looked just like Arnold, back when he was a bad guy, killed her husband and nearly killed her, but she finally learns to forgive him and respect him for saving her
A whole
son.
synopsis.
I'm explaining why it's sad. And then the Terminator, the one, father figure John Connor had in his life, he goes into the lava because they're in a steel plant, and he kills himself so to stop the Terminators from taking over the world. But as he goes down, he gives the thumbs up to show that he has learned. Okay. He has learned human emotion. And then it ends with the beautiful, where they're leaving the plant, Sarah Connor saying, I leave now with the first sense of hope I've had in 13 years, because if a Terminator can learn the value of human life, maybe we can too. And then everyone's crying,
Just like Mikey over here.
Yeah, Mikey's
Mikey,
crying.
Why are you crying?
I'm like sitting over here, and this guy's like, let me just give a quick spoiler, and he does the voice.
Everything.
He does the
That's
voices.
how he talks. That's how Arnold
He does
talks.
the voices and the synopsis.
The deep
and I'm
lore.
like,
First of all, the only one
life.
that's really an accurate voice was Arnold. The rest of them didn't really talk like that. But,
I know, it's just funny how you did the voice.
but yeah, Terminator 2.
I liked how you got into it.
And the fact
I
that you have not,
appreciate that.
both of you
It's
have not
funny.
seen Terminator 2, apparently, shame. All right, I'm saying right now, shame. That is one of the straight up greatest movies of all time. I'm telling you right now, Terminator 2.
You know what? I'm gonna
Just
ask
skip Terminator.
ChatGPT if Revenge of the Sith is better.
And
than...
like Terminator 1 is a good movie, but I understand why you'd fall asleep during it. It's not as good as Terminator 2. Just skip Terminator 1 if you're a new If you're trying to get into Terminator, the order is skip Terminator 1, just go to Terminator 2, and then all the other sequels are trash. Don't even watch them. Terminator 2 should have been the end of it, but no, they did this stupid thing. Because the whole reason the ending was beautiful was they avert Judgment Day, and they prove that machines can learn the value of human life. And then they do this stupid thing where they do one of those sequels that comes out 10 years later where Sarah Connor's dead and John's like an adult now and he has depression. And then the Terminator comes back and says, "No, we didn't actually stop Judgment Day. We just delayed it. It is inevitable." And they end with the exact opposite ending where the world just blows up and everyone's dead. And so, yeah, great. That was beautiful. Thanks for ruining the ending of Terminator 2 to do a crappy reboot, basically, of Terminator 2 where the Terminator's a woman now for some reason. And so, yeah, just skip Terminator 3. Terminator 4 is a bunch of crap. Terminator 5 and 6 are garbage. Just go, if you're getting into Terminator, just go to Terminator 2, and then if you liked it, go and watch Terminator 1 and say it's a prequel. All right? Don't even bother with the other ones.
Okay.
Terminator 2, I haven't seen the other ones, to be honest, besides some of 3, and it was horrible. So Terminator 2, and then if you're really interested to know the backstory, just go to Terminator 1.
Okay.
Anyway, moving on now from the Terminator movies. I was going to talk about the other piece of news before we just go to the Conspiracy game. I wanted to mention, you guys see the Nintendo Switch?
Yes, 2. Yes.
2? There's a sequel?
It looks like bigger controllers, right?
What do you mean? I just got my first one. I got the power cord for it.
It's not coming out till later this
that's
year.
awkward.
But yeah, it's
How much
big.
is it going to be? $700?
I don't think they've given a price yet.
Let me see this thing.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, they released a trailer.
I'll pull up the trailer. Has
Trailer.
like no sound, so I'll play the trailer, but it just shows what it looks like.
I hope Reggie's in it.
A part of me,
Here
what's
it is.
funny is that I actually Googled, should I get a Nintendo Switch like a week ago, because everybody has like a Nintendo Switch that I know, and then this is coming out, so I'll just wait. I feel like everybody should have a Nintendo Switch.
There's no sound?
No, there's no. It just plays
just music.
and
It's
stuff. It doesn't say anything, so I'm just letting you see it because we're gonna talk about it. But they just show how it's different than the old one.
Different? Is
Apparently,
it longer?
Yeah, it's bigger. Apparently, it uses magnets instead of like the clicking to attach the controllers.
That's cool.
The controllers are all black now, but they have around the edges and stuff the colors, which I think is kind of a bad change because I like the colors.
Yeah, the
Yeah, me
colors
too.
are
I'm sure they'll
pretty
release
iconic.
some that have like different colors, but yeah, to me,
Wow.
I'm gonna.
My
I don't know.
jaw
I don't
hurts
really
from
get why this
laughing.
had to be a whole new console. I just gotta be honest.
And it's a
huge.
bigger controllers.
But yeah, but the controller length was fine. I thought. I don't see why they had to change that. Here's the thing. I gotta preface it with, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm just saying that.
You're going to buy it?
Probably.
I'm probably gonna buy it too, but they need to remaster the original Wii Sports, not no weird.
I was watching the trailer and I thought, okay, this all looks pointless. I'm not getting this. It just looks like the old Switch again. And then they show one thing, which I'll point out when it comes up, that made me say, okay, I guess I have to buy it.
I wonder how different is the hardware.
It's gonna be backwards compatible with the Nintendo Switch, so you can play your Switch games on this.
Or yeah, but like, how much faster is it?
The graphics look the same because they show a game. They showed part of a game.
Skyrim.
No, you want to see what game? And now, okay, I have to get it. They'll show it in a second.
Let's see. Is it Pac-Man?
No, well, that would not have
I
done
actually
anything
didn't finish this trailer, so I don't know the game.
Yeah, they're about to show a game. I'll surprise you with what it is. It's about to come up, I think. Yeah, that's what it looks like on the back.
Huh.
Yeah, Mario Kart 9, I guess, is going to come out.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Wow.
Mario Kart. So I have to get. So okay, now I have to get it. Okay.
Yeah, just you get that. We'll play it all together.
The slot looks even more like the console looks even more like a
spend the
toaster now. You see that?
Yeah, it does look like a toaster.
Yeah, even more so than it used to. But
Yeah, I don't.
I mean-
that. I like the colors more.
yeah, I like it looks really pointless to me. I mean,
When did
But
the
you already
ori-
know they're gonna make something where you can put skins on the controllers.
Yeah.
I'm not criticizing it too hard about being pointless because I think it just seems like video games have reached a peak point where the graphics and performance are probably as good as they're ever going to get.
Yeah.
So I don't even.
disagree.
You
really
I think
disagree?
it's so much better. Oh yeah, it's gonna be like lifelike. Incredible.
Well, okay, I mean,
it's pretty close
no, you're
to
actually
that
right. I
already.
mean, I more mean Nintendo type graphics that aren't meant to look real.
kids style.
Yeah, because the Wii U and from the Wii U to the Nintendo Switch was barely a jump at all. So yeah, I think for like Nintendo type graphics, we've reached the peak. I mean, if anything, I think we reached it back during like the Wii era because if you look at the PS3 and the Xbox, those types of graphics, they looked better than the Wii at the time. Because I don't think maybe people will disagree with me, but I feel like the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One jump in graphics wasn't really even that big. So I feel like we reached the peak of graphics close to 20 years ago, back when the PS3 and the Xbox 360 were coming out. So
Yeah.
maybe not with like performance and stuff. That can still get better, but that's kind of how I feel about. I mean, it's not. I've been criticizing it more just because it's not that big of an upgrade. I feel like from the Nintendo Switch. But then when you look at it, the Nintendo Switch was not really that big of an upgrade over the Wii U, really. So I'm still gonna buy it. You know, but it kind of screwed me over because I was thinking I was gonna get a PS5 this year was my old plan. Now it's like, well, now I got to get a Nintendo Switch instead. So thanks a lot.
What kind of games are you gonna play on it other than Mario Party
Well, all they announced was Mario Kart, so
or
that's
Mario Kart?
Wait,
Sorry,
you're gonna get a Nintendo Switch 2 instead of a PS5?
it. Probably. If I have to pick one. Well, actually, I guess I'll probably get a PS5 because I can think of more games I'm gonna play.
Yeah,
on
what
that.
kind of games you like? Just
On the PS5.
on
maybe?
your own, yeah.
Just in general.
GTA 6. That's what I'm getting it for.
oh yeah.
That's the one thing I'm buying the PS5 for.
See, I
There's
got my
rumors there might be
computer.
some in-game currency that's like real, so people will build businesses.
All
GTA
in-game
6.
currency is like currency you can buy.
Yeah, that you can sell to other people to get actual money. It's like
Yeah.
weird. It's about to be big.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I basically have to get it. Both the PS5 and the Nintendo Switch too. I got some.
My computer is gonna be able to handle GTA 6 definitely.
My computer cannot. That's why I have to get it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You got a
They're gonna
Lenovo,
release
right?
what?
What kind of computer you got?
Chromebook. That's my only computer.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
Well,
I have a MacBook.
But I don't use my computer for anything
like.
my computer can't do,
MacBook.
so it's fine by me. You know, I don't play games on my computer.
Wait,
so
how do you
yeah.
do Adobe products on a Chromebook? I don't think you can.
if you pay for them, you can use them.
Yeah,
Although I don't. I just use the Adobe Lab here.
Adobe I don't think is Windows or.
Yeah,
Apple.
I think
it's
yeah,
both.
you can use Adobe products on any type of computer, to my
Yeah.
knowledge.
I wish I knew that before I bought a brand new MacBook.
I mean, although I don't. I mean, the performance is probably crap on a Chromebook, but you could use them.
That's a brand new MacBook. You might be able to run GTA 6 with the lowest settings or something.
No, I'll just use my PS5.
Oh,
Yeah.
you have a PS5?
Yeah, that's why I was surprised that he would pick a PS5 over.
Oh wow.
Well, here's the thing. Do you think GTA 6 will be on the Nintendo Switch?
No.
Maybe the Switch too.
It'd be really nice. Yeah, it would be really nice if it was. Then I could just buy one console because I'm gonna buy other games for a PS5 if I were to buy one. But I'm only buying it for GTA 6. Like if GTA 6 wasn't coming out, I wouldn't buy a PS5.
I'm gonna look up the Nintendo Switch 2 actual like software hardware
Look at the
differences.
specs.
I don't know how much they've even released of it yet.
Probably just to hype it up. They
Yeah.
probably did it at some conference.
Well, shout out Nintendo Switch 2. I will, even though it's probably looks like the smallest jump in hardware since, well, the last one. It's I'm still gonna buy it. So you know,
When was the last one released? I know I asked
the
that.
Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the one before that was the
2008?
Wii U.
2008?
Yeah, right?
No.
No, the Nintendo Switch came out in 2017.
Oh, I was close.
You were
No,
well,
you were like 11 years old.
I mean, the thing is, Nintendo has not improved much in terms of graphics and stuff since whenever the Wii U came out, like 2011, 2012.
I feel like the Wii U was the most useless piece of gaming console.
The Wii U, people hate on it, but the Wii U had some good games. Let's be real. Wii U had Smash Bros. Wii U had Mario Kart 8. Wii U had Donkey Kong Frozen 8. Wii U had Zelda Breath of the Wild. Wii U had a lot of stuff, you know.
You ever play Zelda Hourglass one?
The Phantom Hourglass?
Yeah.
Nah, I haven't played that one.
Hourglass figure.
What console was that? That wasn't what.
Yeah, which one is that?
Yeah, The Legend of Zelda
Which one is
Hourglass.
that, Jack?
That was a game on the CDI.
I found that one online.
Well, I mean,
I'm sorry.
hey, good for you. We find
Mikey's just his face is in his hands.
that's where you find
over here.
the best. That's where you find the best Nintendo games, just online. Just cruise around on it, you can find them.
Yeah.
I do want to get a gaming laptop for Steam games.
Oh, yeah, no. I think PC is the best console for gaming.
Well, probably, but
Just simply for the fact
But
of
how much you
mods.
have to spend on a PC that can play games?
A lot.
Yeah, so that's why
But
Nintendo
it's
Switch
the
2
best.
and the PS5 are probably less.
Josiah, did you know Dougie bought a PC for gaming and he worked extra just to pay for it, didn't he?
Yeah, he built
That's
it.
why we call him a chump. No, he's not actually. No, he's not. He's not.
He's always on that thing. He's getting his money's worth.
Yeah, he's got his money. He's on there like 12 hours a day.
we don't need to. we don't need to, expose.
No, I'm not exposing that. There's nothing wrong with that.
12 hours a day is crazy. There's definitely something wrong with
No,
that.
I know he's not on there 12 hours.
I was on PS5 grinding Call of Duty camos last Saturday. I
For
think.
how long?
Huh?
How long? 13?
I got off at like 3 a.m. my time, and I started at like 6.
In the morning?
No, 6 at like night.
Oh.
So 6 to 3 a.m. How much is that?
That's 9 hours. Yeah.
Hmm.
So a little over a work shift.
Yeah.
So you're you play almost on there about half as much as Doug does a day. You're getting close.
Well, I only play really on Saturdays to grind camos.
In all seriousness, Doug he doesn't spend 12 hours. He spends probably, I think, from living with him, I think starts around 8 p.m. or so, and I go to bed around 11, and he's still on there. So that's only
He
like
goes
3
to
hours.
bed at like 5
Seriously, he goes
in
to
the
bed
morning. Oh, like 4 or 5.
I mean, I know he does on the weekend, but I didn't.
Dude, today is such a Friday night conversation at the house type of radio show today.
I mean, I know he goes to bed around 5 on the weekends or so, but on school days he goes to bed.
I think when he can swing it, he does.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to, because at 5 I am like 2 hours from having to get up, so that's crazy. Good for him. I usually I don't know why I do this. I set an alarm for about an hour before I have to get up, so I can wake up and then be like, oh, I don't have to get up right now, and then just turn it off and go back to sleep. So
Oh, it takes me an hour to get ready. So.
Interesting. That's an interesting tactic.
yeah, because I used to wake up all the time like an hour before my alarm went off, and it felt good because I was like, oh, I can go back to sleep for a while. And now it's just I just do it all the time because I mean the feeling is just totally gone, but it's just a force of habit now. But shout out Nintendo Switch 2. I'm still gonna dump the $350 on it or whatever, however much it is.
$350.
$350 probably because that's about how much the Switch was. I'm still gonna drop that opening day, but I'm gonna just complain about it a little